We're learning more about a weekend incident that was literally a hit and run.
Tadeo Santizo is accused of hitting Kevin Hagenstad yesterday along South Ocean Boulevard. Hagenstad says he was thrown off his bike and onto the road where Santizo ran him over and then backed over him while trying to get away. Hagenstad is in the hospital with several broken bones, cuts, and a punctured lung. Santizo was caught a short time later after he took off running and jumped into the intercoastal.
A pickup truck and a school bus collided in Lake Worth this afternoon. Right around 12:30, Kelsey Reindl lost control of his truck and ended up right in front of the bus on I-95, just north of the 6th Avenue South exit. Well, thankfully, no kids were on that bus. Reindl was taken to the hospital along with the bus driver, Marlene Alexis. A medical emergency caused a chain reaction in Jupiter this afternoon around 1:30. We're told a woman had some type of a medical condition behind the wheel. That caused her to lose control of her car, and that caused a 7-car collision. Well, that woman is expected to be okay, and no one else was hurt.
A Connecticut medical examiner confirmed what many had feared today. The body found hidden behind a wall in a building at Yale University is that of a missing grad student. The body of Annie Lay was discovered late last night. There are conflicting reports as to whether police have a suspect, but officials say clues are pointing to the fact that it was an inside job and was not a random attack. Lay was supposed to be married yesterday. Her fiance is not a suspect.
The owner of a South Florida cemetery is facing more criticism, as Abby Boudreau shows you that CSI is accused of digging up the dead and dumping the remains as part of a financial scheme in California.
Claims of secretly breaking and opening buried caskets, dumping remains, including human skulls, and selling burial plots without actually having the space, all to make more money. Those are just a few of the allegations made in a lawsuit filed Thursday in Los Angeles. This is the cemetery in question. Eden Memorial Park has been around for 55 years.
We allege that Eden Memorial Park and its management have been, for the better part of 15 years, engaging in improper burial practices, including the desecration of graves and the improper disposal of human remains.
The lawsuit is filed against the owners, Service Corporation International, based in Houston. SCI is the country's largest owner of cemeteries and funeral homes, with more than 2,000. According to the lawsuit, groundskeepers were secretly instructed to break concrete internment vaults that contain caskets, which were already buried, using backhoes. The lawsuit alleges human remains would often fall out of the broken caskets, and those body parts were then either scattered or thrown away. The reason they would break the concrete vaults is to make more room for a new plot, according to the complaint, even though they had no more space available.
We have uncovered evidence that the groundskeepers and others at Eden Memorial Park have been instructed to break off or break apart that concrete vault, and in many times that exposes human remains.
So almost like chipping away at the vault so that they could make room for a new plot.
That's exactly correct, Abby. That's exactly what they've been doing for some time, according to the allegations in the complaint.
And do you know about how many victims, families we're talking about right now?
We are still in the process of investigating the full extent of this. We have uncovered some evidence that suggests that it could be in excess of 500 decedents.
Abby Boudreau, CNN, Atlanta.
Well, this is not the first time Service Corporation International has faced allegations of digging up graves and moving bodies to make room for new remains. You may recall the company reached a $100 million settlement with families of victims whose remains were desecrated at Menorah Gardens in West Palm Beach. SCI also reached a $14 million settlement with the State Attorney General's office related to those same claims. When called, Eden Park's manager referred us to SCI. A SCI spokesperson said that cemetery employees disclosed burial issues in 2007 that SCI investigated and confirmed. She said 4 families with relatives buried at Eden Memorial were contacted about the investigation, but she could not immediately provide more details. As far as the lawsuit, she said the allegations are not valid.
The memorabilia dealer robbed at gunpoint by O.J. Simpson is trying to squeeze some civil damages out of the former football star. Bruce Fromong is suing Simpson, claiming their 2007 confrontation in a Las Vegas hotel room caused him great bodily injury and emotional distress. Fromong says he suffered a number of heart attacks since that night. Simpson's lawyer calls the lawsuit frivolous and says he'll fight it tooth and nail. The Juice is currently serving 33 years behind bars. Devastating news in the entertainment world. Earlier tonight, Dirty Dancing star Patrick Swayze lost his battle with cancer. The 57-year-old Swayze fought a hard and long battle with pancreatic cancer. The actor was perhaps best known for his breakthrough role as Johnny Castle in Dirty Dancing. He later teamed up with Demi Moore in the 1990 romantic thriller Ghost. He passed away peacefully today with his family by his side. Coming up after WPBF News tonight on Nightline, Barbara Walters takes a look back at Swayze's remarkable last interview. Nightline airs at 11:35 right here on WPBF 25.
Heartbreak for pop superstar Elton John. His dreams of adopting a child are slowly slipping away. Ukrainian officials are saying Elton John cannot adopt a 14-month-old child from their country because he's too old and is unmarried. The 62-year-old British pop star and his partner David Furnish wanted to adopt an HIV-infected baby boy, but the country does not acknowledge same-sex unions as marriage, and prospective parents cannot be more than 45 years old. The child that they're seeking to adopt, no word that yet if John plans to appeal that decision. Well, just 2 days after her ugly exit in the U.S. Open singles semifinal, Serena Williams got another win under her belt.
This time in the doubles round with her sister. Palm Beach Gardens residents Serena and Venus played for the U.S. Open doubles title this afternoon, winning 7-5, 6-3 over Cara Black and Liesl Huber. In their post-victory speech, Serena took the chance to make things right with her fans and apologize for her actions on the court. She says she wishes she could give the line judge she yelled at a big ol' hug. On the men's side, Juan Martín del Potro successfully ended Roger Federer's run of dominance. The 20-year-old Argentine snapped Federer's streak of 5 straight U.S. Open titles. The 6-seeded del Potro had been 0-6 in his career against Federer.